The Business Edge has made it a lot easier for us to control inventory, forecast usages, stuff to that effect as well, which helps our cash flow, obviously, with the turns and stuff like that. So it's made it a whole lot easier in that atmosphere. The Business Edge it helps us to manage all of our inbounds and outbounds because we are able to tie POs to existing, to orders that are entered. We can also see when POs are coming in, container numbers, so on and so forth, to give us kind of a forecast of what we're coming in about and what's going out as well. Same thing on the other side, our customers' orders. We're able to enter in and basically schedule as we need, and we can, it helps us to see what we need in the next 1 month, 6 months, 12 months, and that's how we've used the Business Edge since we've had it. It was all manual. Everything we did before the Business Edge was basically just paperwork. We wrote it down in books and notepads and such like that, and we had spreadsheets on the computers. It was very, very disorganized. Not being able to have something in place that let us see what stuff was coming, when stuff was coming in, what was coming in, as well as when it was actually needed, really caused us to have issues with on-time deliveries, quality control as far as what parts have been checked and what haven't. Just the basic business was just in chaos, and so it caused a lot of issues with lead times and forecasts and just a nightmare to deal with. Yeah, the Business Edge basically took everything that we needed and put it into one system. It lets us plan out our schedules. We have customers that do the GIT programs. We have customers that do monthly releases, quarterly. The Business Edge handles all that, and it allows us to tie the POs to those so that we're not sitting on an abundance of inventory, but we're also not running into delays as far as shipping to our customers, which has been very nice to have. Oh, our ability to sell was definitely helped by the Business Edge because it allowed us to combine usages of a variety of customers, which gave us better buying power, which gave us better pricing to go out and find more customers. It also allowed us to basically help the customers, not just taking 6 months at one clip. We're able to do weekly, monthly, bi-weekly, whatever they need in the system now because we can forecast it. And that helps us and helps them as well. And it's a great selling point for us that we can show them, hey, we have this system in place. And a lot of people know the Business Edge, so when you say that, that makes a big difference. Our Business Edge has basically helped us maintain a better work ethic for our employees because it allows everything at one touch. Our QC guy can pull prints, our purchasing guys can pull POs, and it basically one guy can do a vast variety of jobs now very fast, and that has been a huge help. Yeah, when we first got on the Business Edge, the implementation went very fast and very smooth because Diane was able to help basically transition everything we had on paper and in notes and stuff to basically the system. So it was a very seamless, very prompt transition into the Business Edge, which was very nice at that time. Sales per employee, we have about 800,000 per employee, approximately. And when we first started with Business Edge, I believe our sales per person was probably close to like 120. So it's definitely gone up much higher since we've had it in place.
I've used other computer systems, and I love this one because you can back up to where your last entry was and correct mistakes. Every other wholesaler I'd worked for, you had to do other kinds of internal adjustments, either inventory adjustments, payables, receivable, credit, but this you can actually back up. The computer is as good as what we put into it. I believe it would be very difficult to be in this industry without having a computer like the Business Edge. I don't know, it would be so time consuming of all part numbers and where it's at, and just I can't imagine not doing it through the Business Edge. One added feature that we participate in is the Brighton Best, which saves so much time when we are quoting people. It takes just a few minutes to cross-reference a part through item maintenance, but once it's done, it's right there. You can check their inventory, where they've got it, what your cost is, and it's just so easy. I put purchase orders through there. Like I said, we quote through there. Using the Brighton Best connection probably saves me 4 or 5 hours a week.
When I first started, I found Business Edge to be very easy, user-friendly. I came from a very hard software, and it was very easy for me to learn. I'm not very computer savvy, so for me to say it was easy, it was very user-friendly. Fasteners was a brand new industry for me, so looking things up and knowing how to look them up was all new to me. So having access to an easy program was nice. When I'm entering a new order for a customer, being able to go into their sales history is something I do 10 times a day. That's very helpful, especially if you do not know the part number and you're going into their history. You can see the description and then you have the part number right there. Vendor and customer part numbers, when we link the two together, if a customer calls in and they give you the vendor number, a lot of them do that. So you can put in alternate part number, which brings you right to our part number that we have entered. So linking the two together is very helpful. So you may have one washer, a flat washer, that may have our part number and then 5 or 6 customer part numbers attached to that one part. Brighton Best saves me a lot of time. If you do not have that in your computer, you're having to log onto the internet, log into their program. It's quick, it's easy, you know exactly what they have. You can turn that right into an order right through Business Edge. It's been very nice. I would say that having Brighton Best on Business Edge would save 10 hours a week. We order an awful lot from Brighton, and seeing where they have the product is so helpful. When we lost our server, we made one phone call to Computer Insights. They overnighted us another unit. We were back up and running the next morning. If I was buying software for a company that I had the choice to do, Business Edge would definitely be one that I would like to have. It would be easy for employees to learn. Resources are great. Customer service is tremendous when you call in and have a question. I like Business Edge.
Good, good.